I joined a new Discord server recently. It's an artist community server to get mutuals and improve together. And me as an individual who are not extroverted, joined with the thought of getting new friends. But since I can't be active constantly in this server, I thought for a long time about what can I do to be known to introduce myself and my art. After thinking for a really long time, I stumbled upon a conversation channel. It's an art rate and collab channel. And I realized in my whole 7 years of learning art, I haven't interacted like doing art raids or collabs with my friends. So I don't have any idea at all what are those things and how to do it. Alright, so in summary, I drew for them and they drew for me. Okay, after asking if someone is available, someone hit me up on DM. It's Sin or Ryzen Can Draw on Instagram. They asked me to draw their OC in any context. I'm gonna explain what their OC, the lore, and how I approach it. So let's just jump into it. In the sketch style, I usually think about several things, which is lines, then proportion, and then the forms, and then what should I put inside the drawings. But this time I want to try something new. I want to try with the painting first, paint over it first, like doing without any thinking of the lines and then what's supposed to be happening with the lining. After that, I paint over it with lines and then make sure that the anatomy is correct and I can make sense of it. After the lines is finished, I move to the coloring, which is like implementing the base color first. People usually use like the base color is something that they want to set the mood on. But for me, I use a basic base color because I want to try something new in the rendering step later on. And then in this part, this is me just like nitpicking and making sure that the color doesn't go outside the lines that I supposed to do, because sometimes when rendering it happens and it kind of affects my workflow and it makes it like slower and it takes too much time for me to fix it later on in the process. So this is me trying to paint something that makes sense, that it looks like an artistic paint, modern painting, and then this is me rendering it. So the rendering part, I want to try to grayscale to color, but in this background section, I think that it would be easier for me to just put the color and then do the rendering, whatever it is. But in this part, I'm using the multiply layer, just using a round brush, the usual round opacity brush that you can change every time you like have a pen pressure. It's gonna get like darker and stuff. So I use that, and then there's also I'm using airbrush to make to soften the edges of the shading, because I don't really have like a blurring effect or blurring brush here. Di atas awan ku nikmati dua sisi, indah terbang terlalu tinggi, takut jatuh terlalu jauh. Semakin tinggi, semakin jauh ku melihat, apakah engkau genggam erat, tarik aku lebih dekat, ku mohon jangan kau lepaskanku. Sorry that you have to hear that, but there's just some like ads going on. The song was Terlalu Tinggi by Juicy Lucy. It's an Indonesian song. So coming on, I'm using Grayscale here. I want to try the Grayscale to color, the one that Mark Brunet or maybe some other people try it, and then it's efficient. It's more about efficiency, because in this part, you just go over with the shapes, with the forms, with the differences in the shapes of the face, the shapes of the arms, the hands, and then the way that it reflected the lights, and then make it so it seems that they are inside the shadow. That's why I want to try this thingy, this grayscale to color, because it's like sculpting a form from a blank space, a blank paper, and then after that you just put colors on top of it, and for me it seems so really efficient and effective. Take a really shorter time than what I usually do, which is paint over the base color immediately to do the rendering. And then looks like some splash art, what people use to do in the like some games splash art, like League of Legends, Riot, or anything. People usually use the grayscale to make sure that the values of the drawing make sense. The values, which is the lights, and then all of the things that go into it, which is like the details and the ambient occlusion, which is the part that is the darkest, because there are two things between each other, like the one on the ear with the one on the neck, or the one that I just put on the fingers. And then this is just gonna keep going on for really like quite a long time, because I tried to figure this out. So I forgot to talk about the lore of the character. The lore is the character is based on the Chinese great mythology. It's named the Great Pang, which is a bird that comes from a fish named Qin. This is talking about the improvement of a thing, the improvement of yourself, or what you can achieve. And then something that you can achieve, it's based on how you imagine it. You can just search it on Google or something. What I accept in this concept, which is everything that you dreamed about, everything that you think about, you can achieve it as long as you put your mind into it. What you expect that yourself can do, it all depends on you and yourself. So try to think about it again. What do you want to achieve? What do you ask to be? You can search for someone who already achieved what you want, and then like think about how they do it. How can it approach with this way that you can do it? Put color here. So I put color here, and then I try to make it make sense so that it doesn't look really muddy, because it was from a grayscale, which is a gray canvas, a blank, like white, and then gray and black. So I need to make it make sense. I use like overlay layer mode, screen layer mode, or maybe like hard light color dodge or anything like that. So it doesn't look so muddy. So it looks quite like vibrant and contrasting. That's why I uses that. And then now I'm working on the bird. The bird is a simple thing, it's an afterthought, because they included that this is from a bird, and this is a personification, an anthropomorphic bird. You can find the finish it part right now. So I have fun drawing this. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Don't forget to check out Ryzen Can Draw or send on Instagram, or maybe like the Discord server that I just joined. I don't know. And yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and then for me to practice it. Sorry if I butcher your OCs and stuff, but yeah, if you want to hit me up, come just check out my social medias here. You can just check it out, and maybe like some of my pictures or like some of my drawings there. I'm also opening commissions, and I would love it if you checked it out also. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.